Hey, welcome back. Listen, I got the second bourbon that my wife picked up for me in Knoxville, Tennessee at D's Wine and Liquor right after this. All right, guys, we have Heaven's Door here. This is single barrel, cask strength, straight bourbon whiskey. It is bottle number 60 barrel 57, 126 proof. That is 63% by volume. On the back, it has the big D sticker on the back of it. But it doesn't say it's a store pick or anything. It does give the mash bill 75% corn, 21% rye. I like that. And 4% malt, but it's probably a malted barley. Distilled in Tennessee Warehouse G, Rick Level. It gives all that, okay? Toast medium. I'm not going to read through all of those little distinctions, but yeah, it's great that they do that. Now, this is bourbon that is endorsed by, I guess you would say, Bob Dylan, namesake Heaven's Door, knocking on Heaven's Door. I have unwrapped the top, but I have not popped the cork. So we are going to do that now. Now, I have had Heaven's Door in the past, but not this one. So let's, woo, that's nice. All right, let's go ahead and pour a little bit here, and we'll let it get to airing out while we talk. All right, I do remember enjoying this bourbon. I don't believe I've had a cask strength version of it. But let's go ahead and give this a swirl. Get a little air in it, let it open up just a little bit, and we'll start checking legs. Color on it, it's on the medium side. I like that. A lot of factors go into bourbon, the flavors that you're going to get. From barrel char to how long they leave it in the barrel to the mash bill. And not only are you going to get different flavor profiles out of just because it has corn, rye, and malted barley, it is where they procured it. Where was the corn grown? Where did they get the rye from? There's a lot of states that pride themselves on, hey, this is locally sourced stuff. Woo, that's a good nose. I'm definitely picking up that slightly higher rye count. To put it in perspective, this is 21% rye. Four Roses single barrel is, I think, 36% rye. So, down in the 60s on the corn with a 36% rye. And I think it may have like a percent or two of malted barley or something like that in it. Your typical grains. But yeah, we all know bourbon has to be 51 or more percent corn in the mash, but it can be 100%. I do know I did a review not too long ago on Hudson, the Bright Lights Big Bourbon, because they discontinued baby bourbon from Hudson, and Hudson baby bourbon was 100% corn, and the Bright Lights Big Bourbon is 95% corn, somewhere along in there. Oh yeah, I am getting wood notes off this. I'm picking up, it's not strong with the typical vanilla. I can tell you that already. A little fruity, actually spicy, but fruity. But not the typical apple. I mean, I'm getting a little apricot on the nose. But definitely picking up some of that spice to it. Let me look at oh yeah, these are good thick legs. Now, this is a higher proof, it's a barrel proof. Or cask strength, same difference. Barrel proof, cask strength, same difference. And they tend to hold up better. They didn't put any water in it, to bring it down after the barreling. So, of course, they proofed it down before they put it in the barrel. To cover that one more time, bourbon cannot go into the barrel at higher than 125 proof. cannot be distilled at over, I think it's 160. And the reason this can be 126 proof, even though by law it can't go in the barrel more than 125, is because waters will soak into the wood more than alcohol. It'll leave a little higher alcohol content behind, and that's why you get a higher proof than 125. Get the tongue wet there. That is tasty. I don't like giving a lot of notes on that first sip. Yes, sir. It has a sweetness to it that does not come across on the nose. Yeah, there's a sweetness that races up the middle of the tongue. It does not come through on the nose of the bourbon, but I am getting a good long finish on it. Let me get another sip. Wow, that coats really, really well. Hits all the way across. I'm getting those oak notes. There is a spice kick up the middle of the tongue. It's like peppercorn is part of it, but there's another one, like an all spicy kick right up the middle. And then there's this dark, like deep caramel in the back on the finish. And then you get more of that spice kick in the back. Sort of take your breath away. It is giving me a pretty good hug, but you know, that's from the proof. Wow. Definitely. I'm going to put a cigar with this. It's different than, say, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Sweeter. Elijah Craig tends to toast their barrels a little bit heavier, and you get more vanilla and those caramels come out. And this said medium on the toast, which is probably referring to the char of the barrel. A heavier char is going to bring out more vanilla. This one this one has the rye count to it. The other one I would kind of compare this with a little bit would be Smoke Wagon, their barrel proof. Man, that has a great kick to it. A really, really good kick. I'm trying to put my finger on it. It is a dark, dark note, and there's a sweetness, but then that pepper takes over. This is a really good bourbon. Now, I wouldn't give this to a beginner. No way. This is going to scorch somebody. You've got to take it easy on this. You have to just sip it to enjoy it, because this one will hurt you. And it's really, really complex. And there is a little bitter kick in here as well that comes off those spices. You got to be ready for it. But that sweetness that goes up the middle of the tongue totally washes that bitter away. But if you focus on it, you can find it. Yeah, man, it has a little plum in the background, but it goes into the raisins. But you know how raisins are a little sweet, but this one doesn't go quite that sweet, but it reminds you like it's leaning toward raisin, and then it just stops. Man, this is really good. So guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Highly recommend it. But thanks for stopping by, and as always, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell down there for notifications, and I promise I'll keep bringing you these videos.